Hello again, Jesse here from the Financial Toolbox to answer this week's question. And in fact, this week's question is related to last week's question. There's been some emails that I've been getting from last week's question about the power of attorney, and the question is, Jesse, a living will, is that the same as a power of attorney? What a great question. In fact, so many people don't know the difference and don't know the answer to this. This is an important video to understand and to get clear. A lot of people think they're the same, and they are completely wrong. The living will is very separate from a power of attorney. Now, there are similarities. They both have dealings with your personal care issues. They both take effect should you become incapacitated, but that's it. The power of attorney, you nominate someone specifically. The living will, you don't need to. In fact, there's the living will take care of personal matters where it's near-death situations, where it's real severe situations. In fact, there's 3 reasons why you want to get a living will done. The first is you want to make sure you've got control for your own care for such things as do not resuscitate orders. You want to make sure you've got care for if you want a plug to be pulled, if you don't want to receive treatment anymore, if you're too far gone. You don't want to receive particular treatment, you don't have to receive particular treatment. That's the first reason to get this done. The second reason is to take the weight off your family's shoulders. The people who are left to make a decision for you, who you've elected, you want to make sure that it's your decision, that they're not wrestling with it. If they're just following your orders, it's a simpler thing when it comes down to pulling the plug or no heroic measures to save your life. And the third reason why this is important is because it brings you and your family closer together. It opens up a conversation. These 3 reasons are very important. In fact, with these living directives, living wills, I should say, it's also referred to as an advance directive. These are interchangeable terms. There's different, in Ontario, I would say, in Canada, most of the times they're honored, but there's been some situations where they haven't been because there's different interpretations on a specific situation, or there's things that are unclear, in which case what someone has put down on a living will has not been followed, which is a concern. You want to make sure that gets done properly. In fact, a way to bulletproof this is get this in writing. It doesn't have to be in writing. It could be something where you do it just with a discussion with your doctor, but get it in writing. In fact, I would recommend when you put this all down, bring it to your physician. That's my strong suggestion. Make sure it makes sense from a medical point of view. Make sure it's clear. Make sure it's actionable. That's an important thing to take away. In fact, there's so many different eventualities on this. You could have something that's general. You could have something that's specific for treatment that you don't want. But get this on paper. Make sure your power of attorney is aware of this stuff and protect yourself in a situation where you may be the most vulnerable. So I hope I answered this question. I hope I answered it very well and was completely clear on this for you. Keep those questions coming. Please forward this video to people who you know who don't know about what a living will is going to do for them. I would recommend. A lot of people don't, so this is important to get this information out. Keep sending your questions in. Subscribe to the channel and send your questions to jessie@jessiecristo.com. You guys are awesome. Jesse signing off from the Financial Toolbox. Until next week.